Welcome to the party.
All right. Recording. No delay. You're getting good internet today, bud.
I am.
You
I
are.
changed my router around.
Way to go. Way to go. I like your dedication to Topic Thunder.
Yeah.
Welcome everybody. It's Topic Thunder. Another Monday. Or whichever day you listen and or watch this. Thank you very much. Greg, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good, sir. I'm doing good. You ready?
I am. Let's do it.
All right, let's do a topic. And the last one was pretty heavy. Maybe this one will be lighter. And we got, I guess, kind of fits around this time of year. What's your favorite urban legend?
Huh.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of one right now.
Urban legend.
Oh, well, let's change it again. Because you could say what's your favorite. What one did you think was real that you found out was false? Do you know any?
Well, I'm trying to think of one that that I actually believed. I mean, I never believed in Bloody Mary or
Did you ever try it though?
probably
You tried it. I think to this day I won't try that.
maybe. It's so ridiculous to me that I'm like, I went in the bathroom.
Wait. So
Bloody Mary,
Bloody Mary is you have to go into a bathroom, shut off the lights, look in the mirror, and say Bloody Mary 5 times, and then turn on the light, and she's behind you, right? Isn't that the?
supposedly, yeah.
Can't do that. I will not do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I won't do
I
it.
don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think
I
of
just
a
don't
single.
need that trouble. I don't need.
I don't need to invite that in my life.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need that. Okay.
Well, I laugh at Ouija boards and stuff like that are made by
Dude, don't.
Hasbro.
Hey, Ouija boards.
Hasbro. I understand the original intent of it, and yeah, that freaks me. The Hasbro Ouija board, like the Transformers version of a Ouija board, is not going to do anything.
I will not mess with that stuff. I will not. If Gwen ever brings home one of those things, I will literally tell her to walk that back out of the house and bury it. Do not mess with that stuff. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm not gonna. It's like I just got done saying. I don't need that in my life. I don't need that. Let's see. I'll tell you the one that I thought was an actual true story, and it was told by my mother. So when you're 8, you think everything your mom says is true.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So she told me about a friend that went to Cuba and was laying on the beach to visit her friend. She would, so she was laying on the beach, and this little puppy came up and was, playing with her, and she asked around, "Is this a puppy? Is this anybody's dog?" And no. So long story short, she takes the puppy home. I don't know how she gets it through customs or anything like that. You start figuring all that stuff out when you get
Right.
older and you realize how the world works.
I think I know where this is going, but go
Okay.
ahead.
I thought this was real at 8, and I told this story to an audition at Whitewater, and I got the part because of this. So,
Okay.
She brings home the puppy. Puppy's playing with the her cat, right? And they're getting along. They do this smell thing, and then they start playing with each other, chasing around each other, playing. She's like, great. So she goes to work the next day. As she comes back home, she opens the door, and there's blood everywhere, right? Not everywhere, but enough blood.
Enough. Yeah.
You know where this is going, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. And then the little puppy comes out wagging his tail, and he's got blood all over his fur, and she's like, "Oh my God, he killed the cat." And he actually killed the cat. So she takes the puppy to the vet, and she's like, "Dude, what's wrong with this puppy?" And he goes, "Oh, well, that's simple. This isn't a puppy. This is a Cuban rat." All right.
That is not where I thought it was going, but okay.
All right. That's my mom told me that. All right. And I thought, wow. I thought that was, for the longest time, I thought that was true. And then I told somebody that story, and they're like, "Dude, that's an urban legend." I was like, "What?" He's like, Google it. It's an urban legend. So I Googled it, and sure it came up, Cuban rat story. And I was like, Mom, damn it.
I thought you were going to say like tarantulas infested the dog and like ate their way out or something like that.
Oh no, that would be a good urban. What about the one? Had you ever try the what is it? The pop rocks with Coke?
Yeah, actually I did. It hurts.
You tried that?
It's
It
gassy.
hurts.
I mean, it's just
Okay,
like
it's just-
all right.
All right.
It's like the Mentos with Coke. The milk, like you can't drink a gallon of milk in an hour of white milk. You can do it with chocolate, but you can't do it with white. I've seen that done, and it's gross because people puke.
Is it whole milk? Does it have to be whole milk?
I think it's just any kind of white milk. Chocolate milk you can do because the sugars can process it, but there's something like your gut cannot take that much lactose, and so you end up just vomiting.
So if you were to do it with like silk or almond milk, you could pull it off?
I think so. I think you can.
Okay, so Greg,
Tosh Point O did it once, and yeah,
did he?
The guy he had on the show puked all over the set, and I'm like, why would you do that on purpose? So,
well, it's funny you say that, Greg, because I literally can't put that in my head. Like, I think I can do that.
I saw. So there was a janitor at a school I taught at once, and he did it, and the students videoed this guy doing it.
Yeah.
But this guy, to say 350 is what he weighed would be conservative.
Okay.
He was huge, and
you have to drink. It's a gallon. It's a gallon an hour, right?
In an hour, yeah. You got to do it in an hour.
How many ounces in a gallon?
Is it 64, or is that in a pound? You're making me do math again. I'm not prepared for that.
So I'm thinking if I do 2 ounces every minute on the minute, right? Okay, I'm going to throw this out to the crowd.
Your body just hits a spot where it's like, nope, not going to do it, and we're out.
Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw out, if anybody that listens to this or watches this wants to see me attempt this, I will attempt it, and we can film it.
Oh,
Greg, you don't have to do it. Greg, no, Greg, you don't have to do it. I'm not asking you to.
I'm not going to do it. I've seen the results. There is no way I'm attempting this.
I think I can do that. I think I can do it. You know why? Because I've survived the cinnamon challenge. I had no issue with that.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, I had no issue with that.
It's 128 fluid ounces in a gallon.
Okay. All right. I think I can do it. I don't think there's I mean, I'm not saying I won't get sick, but I think I can do it. Is that the thing? Like you can't puke? Is that like the goal? Like
I don't
think like you can't puke.
I don't think you can finish the gallon. I think that's like you can get most of your way through it.
Okay,
that's what I've seen.
At a certain point, you just say no mas. I can't do this anymore.
Your body says no mas and forces you to tap out.
You think it's a smart for a 42-year-old man to try?
I don't think this is smart. Were you with me in college when I did the Century Club? Did you do that with me?
What the hell is that?
That's 100 shots of beer.
Oh yeah, we did that. Yeah, we were fine.
I don't know if we were fine, but
no, I remember we were fine. We were fine. I remember thinking this isn't hard.
I remember thinking that till about the last 10 minutes, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm starting to feel this."
Really?
Well, it's being like 12.
Right. Again, if anybody wants to watch me do this, I will put it on the Johnny Angel podcast channel. If anybody wants to see us do this, well, not us, me, I'll do it.
I'll be with you for moral support.
Yeah,
I will bring a 5-gallon bucket for you to puke in. But
cool, and then we'll record it in my garage, and we'll just see what happens.
God, our wives are gonna just see this and be like, "What is wrong with you?"
I think I can do it. I feel like I can do it. Now I'm not. You know me. I'm not one of those guys where if I know my limits, I will be like, no. But I think I can do this for sure.
Oh, okay.
So, all right. If anybody wants to see it, let us know. And it has to be more than just one person. Like, all right. So
hey, I did get us a couple more followers on this little conference I was at. I mentioned this, and they're like, "We're all going to follow you right now," and I'm like, "Go right ahead." So
I noticed that.
That little bump in.
Where are these people coming from?
That little bump in numbers.
It was TheGreg. It was TheGreg. Yeah. So back to urban legends. I don't.
The other thing I thinking of would be like the tarantula and the bananas, but I've seen that like in real life, not a tarantula, but there's spiders and bananas that get shipped in. I've seen that. I had a book.
What about the one where I won't attempt this? See, now I know my limits. I won't attempt this. The urban legend, I think it's an urban legend, or it could be real, that if you close your eye or if you keep your eyes open while you sneeze, your eyes will pop out.
Is that possible?
I don't know. I'm not going to try it because, again, I don't need that in my life.
I don't need my eyes pop.
Yeah, I don't need my eye to pop out. Like, come on. So I don't know if that's true or not. So, because we're not fact checking today, people, why don't you fact check that and let us know in the comments below are you fact checking right now, sir?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. Let us know if that's true, guys, because that's an urban legend I've heard, or it might be true. I don't know. I guess that's the point of urban legends.
So where are you on? I don't know if these are considered urban legends, just legends in general, but like Loch Ness, Bigfoot, like creaturey kind of stuff.
For a long time, I thought Loch Ness was actually when I was 8 or 9 or 10. That's what I think we've talked about this before, where on TV they'd show those encyclopedia like time life.
Yeah,
remember those
stuff?
That I thought that was my future. Like I was going to figure out if Loch Ness existed and all these mysteries existed. Like I thought that's what I'm going to do for a living. Loch Ness, I think. I don't know how far the legend goes back. I think in the beginning, maybe it was one of those dinosaur things, but by now, hell no. I do think Bigfoot did exist. I don't think it does now. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I can understand that.
But it's kind of funny because I've heard people. Now I've never gone on a. You and I have talked about this. I want to go on like a serious hunt, where you hike up in the mountains and you try to find. Just want to see if it's just something I want to give it a shot. But I've heard of people. This is mentioned on Joe Rogan's podcast, where he said he was actually going through a forest and he swore to God about 50 yards away was a wolf. And he said he stared at it and he stared at it. And he's like, oh my God, that's the biggest wolf I've seen. And then when it came into view, it was a squirrel. So he's even saying like you're out there, you're in the wilderness. He goes, and I don't know if I was aware that there were wolves in the area, and so when I saw something move through the foliage and through, my mind convinced me that I was looking at a wolf. So I think that happens a lot where people they go out into the forest. I think it's the most sites are in like Seattle or in that Washington.
Yeah, it's Pacific Northwest. I mean, you can get magnets that say I'm going squatching. I mean, it's,
okay.
like
so I guess if you're going out there, and I've seen some Instagram videos where bears get up and they walk.
Oh yeah.
Right. So 50 yards away, you see something big walking around. Yeah, I could see how you could think it's that, but I don't think it is. I think by now, with all the cameras, the trail cameras, everything that's out there now, and no one's seen it. No. What about you?
Yeah, kind of the same way. I mean, maybe at one time, I think Loch Ness might be a little bit more likely, simply because like Loch Ness itself,
giant sea snake or something like that.
Yeah, I mean something like that, where it lives at the bottom of that particular loch, which is a lake, and it's not clean water; it's kind of murky. So it's possible something could have been in there at one point. But now, I mean, I believe they've surveyed that a couple times. I mean, with radar, sonar, stuff like that, and they just don't find anything. So
I think the famous picture of it, they found out that was a hoax.
Oh, the hand,
Yeah. They found out that was a hoax. What about the Mongolian death worm? Did you ever hear about that one?
I cannot say that I have.
Okay, you're gonna have to Google that. The Mongolian death worm. Apparently, there is a worm in the desert. I don't know what desert it is, but it's obviously in Mongolia. Where like there's they say it's like I think between like 3 feet and 6 feet long, and it hunts for meat, and it lives underneath the sand. That's what the legend is. So
Okay.
yeah, I don't know if I believe in that or not, but
Well, when it comes to like the animal stuff, I mean, scientists are finding new animals still in the ocean, and I mean
yeah,
that kind of stuff happens every day. So, like, I used to think camel spiders were fake, like that's not
Oh.
real. And then you talk to soldiers in the Middle East, they're like, "No, here's a picture of me holding up a big fucking bug," and you're
I
like,
happen. Do you know my friend Mike Brady?
"Yeah,
Okay, he was out there, and he tells a story about when he was playing basketball at night.
yeah,
Right, there was only a lamp over the hoop. That's all he saw. Right, so he's in pitch black, and he's just shooting
mhm,
baskets, killing time, and the ball rolls into a bush. And he said he went for the bush, and I might be butchering this part, but he said when he pulled back, something pulled it. And then he pulled it really hard, and he said this huge spider shot out and then ran back into the
yeah."
bush. And he said, I don't know if he screamed like a girl or not, or if I'm making that part up. I'm not sure. Brady, I'm sorry if you listen to this, if I just made you.
Let's just say that he did.
But I wouldn't blame him. I've heard some horror stories.
No, I mean, I'm not like deathly afraid of spiders or anything like that, or snakes, but if one grabs on to like where you don't expect it to be, yeah, I'm gonna be like, ah! I mean,
Yeah,
you're just gonna be shocked by it.
yeah, absolutely. So, I don't know where that went, this conversation, but that's
Urban
fine
legend.
with me. Yeah, urban legends. That's right.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's about as far as we got with that. So, if any of you guys know any type of urban legends you want to share, comment below.
Yeah.
Let us know. Also, let us know on the whole gallon of milk. I don't know if I'm going to regret that or not, but it is time for our fact of the day. I think I can do it, brother. I think I can do it. Look at me, Greg. Look at me. Look at
I am
this.
looking at you.
Look at this seriousness. Okay, I can do it. I can do it. Yeah. Oh, that's better. That was almost Blue Steel-ish. All right, fact of the day. Here we are, folks. Fact of the day. An estimated 1 in 4 Alabamans are functionally illiterate, meaning they're unable to manage daily living and employment tasks that require reading skills beyond a basic level. God, that just does not help the stereotype, does it?
I kind of, I don't know about that one. Is
You
there
think,
like a
you think,
theory?
you think it's bullshit?
Kind of. I mean, yeah. I mean,
Have you been to Bama?
I've been through Bama, but I know
I don't know.
they have doctors and lawyers and dentists, and I can't believe that there's so many of them that it makes up a 1 in 4. I mean, I don't know. The literacy rate when it comes to stuff like that.
Well, those people are the 75%. We're talking about 25%.
No. 25%. I don't know.
Did you?
And I want to see. Okay, assuming that was true, if Alabama really like a quarter of their people are below the literacy rate,
yeah.
But we're saying Texas is below them.
No,
I just don't buy it.
Texas isn't below them. What are you talking about?
In terms of education?
Oh, is that? No.
Texas is like, well, you know what? I'm not even going to count those numbers anymore. I don't really know where those states that traditionally people look at and scoff at like they're a bunch of idiots. I just can't believe it. I just can't believe that there's because
the only reason
what you would see is like a complete drop off in everything in that state. Like there's businesses there's successful people there. I can't believe
there is successful people there for sure, but this is saying 1 in 4.
I don't think it's 1 in 4. If you were to say 1 in 10, I'd go that's feasible. But 1 in 4 can't read.
It doesn't say it doesn't say they functionally illiterate. What does that mean? What does functionally illiterate mean?
It means like they could read like a children's book, but if you give them a job application or instructions on how to, set something up or whatever it is, that they just can't do it. And
Well, again,
they
this is
can't read a book. I mean, I'm like, no, I don't believe there. Now, I will say, if in the culture reading is not like a thing, there's no difference between somebody who can't read a book and somebody that won't read a book.
okay.
So maybe there's just enough people in Alabama that aren't, picking up a
Well,
book.
this kind of, when I read this reminded me of a pod. It's actually been a couple of podcasts where Joe Rogan's actually talked about this, that old stereotype of the dumb hillbilly
Yeah.
is because they've had a parasite that's in their head that has made them almost kind of goofy. Now, I'm butchering the hell out of this. If you guys, he had on a doctor that he wanted to talk. He had on a doctor that specialized in parasites, and this was one of the main causes. I think it was like in the 70s and 80s, and that's where the stereotype kicked in of the the hillbilly,
Yeah.
that, and it was found out that it was because of this parasitic worm, because they walked
in
around
their water or
barefoot.
something?
They walked around barefoot, right?
Oh.
So they picked it up, and it actually deteriorated memory. It would deteriorate the ability to think on your feet quickly and stuff like that. It was really interesting, but it was because of that. And I think there's an outbreak in Mexico now of this same parasite. So
I'd have to read up on that because
maybe if I find the actual episode, I will hook it on.
Yeah,
I will link
send
it
that
up.
to me.
Yeah.
Because my initial just knee jerk reaction without actually doing any research of it is that just sounds like a bunch of bullshit. I just can't. I mean, and just to have that concentration of people and like really. So I don't know. Now I will say every state I've ever been in, every state I've ever watched a news channel in, we all have our idiots. We all have, and those are the people that get on the news.
Yeah,
so
of course. All right, sir. That's Topic Thunder.
Right.
We are averaging 20 minutes on these, man.
We need to start picking it up. People are gonna be like,
yeah. All right. So everybody, have a good day. Go back to your job, and we will see you next Monday. Greg, thank you so much. This is Topic Thunder out.